Hey everyone, this is going to be a quick tutorial on how to download and install Quixel Bridge and then use it with your Epic Games your Epic Games account for Unreal Engine 4. So I decided to make this tutorial even though this has been out for a while. Everybody's been using Bridge and whatnot for quite a while now. Just for people who maybe stumble across this channel and are new to Unreal Engine, or just are new to scans, because not everybody gets into this right away. So, and it's a very cool thing to use to build your level design and environmental or environment creation skills, whatever you want to say. So let's go ahead and get into this. Now, if you want to go and download Quixel Bridge, you can go to quixel.com/bridge, and I'll link all this in the description so you can get to it very easy. Everything up here will be there. And you click download for free, and it's just a simple installer. So upon downloading this file, you go ahead and open up bridge.exe, and that will automatically install the Bridge application for you to use. And now all that's left is for you to go to Quixel, and if you haven't already signed up for an Epic Games account, say you're new to Unreal Engine, or maybe you just don't know how it works with Unreal Engine, basically everything that you do with Quixel inside of Unreal Engine is free. That's been known for a little while now, but everything you do inside of Unreal Engine with Quixel is completely free. So if you were to sign in with your Epic Games account, I'll go ahead and sign out real quick just to show you on the site. You'd want to sign in with Epic Games once you have an Epic Games account, right? It'll sign you into the site. And similarly for Bridge, you'll do the same thing. Go ahead and go into Bridge right now because I already installed, right? I opened up a second instance of Bridge just to show you how you would sign in, because if you can't open two at once, by the way, if you're open to it, sign you out of the other one. But go ahead and click sign in, and you'd sign in with Epic Games. If you have a problem with this, I think it gives you a few options to sign in here. Yeah, so you can sign in with Epic Games, you can sign in with Google. So if you have like any other accounts attached and you have a problem signing in, I know I've had problems before, maybe try Google or something if you have that tied to your Epic account, right? And then I'll go ahead and sign you in, and you'll be all set there. Okay. Once you're signed in, you are here at the glory of Quixel Bridge. If you're new, this should automatically look pretty cool to you. You should see a lot of things that you're like, okay, wow. But you won't see all of them unless you start to expand the categories. So there's quite a bit here. There's the home category, which just shows all the assets in different asset categories, 3D assets, 3D plants, surfaces, decals, etc. Then you got collections here. Now the collections are pretty cool because they group certain things by maybe theme or just what they are here. And if you scroll down, you can start to see these things. And if you want to scroll to the side, you can just click these arrows here, go through them. And there's just a lot of cool things that you can think of and get ideas from just from looking at some of these. We also now provided these tutorials here. I think this was more of a recent thing, especially with this medieval village they did, I think a few months back now. And yeah, it's just there's a lot here for you to look at. Now, the new thing is Metahumans, and I will get to that in just a second. I'm not going to cover it very much in this video. I'm going to do it very briefly, and I'm not even going to really export it from here in the video. I'm just going to show you how you can go to the site if you already have the early access, or if you don't, how to sign up for it, and just at least get your hands on it and try to play with it a little bit. And also I might do another video on that as well, if that's something that people would like to see, of course. I know there's a few out there already. So if we go down, there's also free here, which doesn't really pertain to us if we're using an Epic Games account, because we automatically get everything for free anyways. We're no longer utilizing points, we're just able to download whatever we'd like here with an Epic Games account sign-in. So, and then the next thing down here is purchase, so it'll show everything that you've downloaded. I believe this is local because, it ties to your, I don't think this really ties to your account. I could be wrong, but I've noticed upon clearing settings that this gets reset, and if you were to delete your folder where all that data is stored, it's the same one where your scans would be downloaded to, which I'll show you how to change that in just a second as well. Oh yeah, also I skipped one. If you go to favorites, that shows all your favorites. So say you wanted, we got some of the Metahumans in here too. If you scroll down, you can see all these are hearted. If I wanted to favorite an asset, I'd go to it, just go to something in here. I'll favorite this one. I'll favorite this one because I might use these two later. And so now these are now favorited in our favorites here. You can see them here. You can also sort, and this goes for each thing. You can sort by category, size, states, environments, and colors and stuff. And if we go local, that's all the scans that we have downloaded so far on this machine, and it'll show them all here. And you can see the check mark here. The blue check mark means they are downloaded and ready to export. If you download an asset, it will. I'll show you real quick. If we go to home, I'll just download this real quick, right? Click download, and then up here we can see our downloads, and it'll show it in a list here, and spin and let you know percent, and then when it's done, we get this, and you'll be able to export. Alright, now let's cover some simple export and download settings here. So, you can do it one of two ways. If you click on an asset, you'll get this here. You'll get this sort of preview, this expanded preview. You can close it here if you like. If you'd like to expand it, you can. Clicking that expand, you can change different views. Right. This, you can even view it just like that. Kind of like Sketchfab a little bit. Right. So, close that. You can also do it from here as well. Same thing. And then, what else? It will show size scales for some assets here. So if you take a look here, you can kind of see, and it'll even show the list the approximate size if you hover over it. And now they have this related assets thing. So if you were to want to start to pair things easily, this is a quick way for you to just see a few assets that might be in the same realm as the asset you're looking at now or have just clicked on. And it also shows the collection at the bottom. Now, and it, we also get these here to tell us orientation type stuff. So, if we click this gear down here, we can edit our download settings and our export settings easily from here. You can also do it from, I think it's edit, and then you go to download settings here, and then you got export settings as well, right? They've made it easier to switch engine versions. I remember when I first started using Bridge, I don't think they really had this. I could be wrong, maybe I was just stupid, but you can change your export target first to Unreal Engine, right? And then you change your engine version. You might not have all these listed. I think it shows them all by default, but you'll select it here, and then you'll go to your location where your engine is stored, right? Say, I'll go switch it to 4.26, I know where that is anyways. So it's F engines, and then you want to basically go, if I go to F here, if it wants to load, oh, there it is. So if I go to F, engine, oh, it's not there anymore. I must have switched it yesterday, but if I go to that, here, let's see, Unreal, Engines, I actually need to switch it in that case, so it's a perfect example for you. I had moved this over to my drive the other day. So you go to your engine, where it's installed, open that up, Engines, and then you can go to the plugins folder, select folder, and then there we go. I'm going to click hit, or I'll click install. It's failed. Why is it failed? Alright, so sorry about that, guys. I just realized that I had an instance of Unreal already open at the bottom here, so that's why it wasn't installing properly. So make sure you have all your Unreal engines closed for this version type before you try to install the plugin, of course. Forgot that was running. And then, it's your version engine/plugins. I think you can also do the engine, but I could be wrong. I would just go engine, plugins, and then install it there. And then you click install and it'll say installed. And then you got a few tabs here. You got textures, models, and file names. File names you can edit if you like. I don't really recommend it unless you know exactly what kind of, you have a specific sort of organization method for your project, or you have something across the board that you like to use. But you can kind of see examples here. It gives you an example of how this is laid out. These are just samples here, so with the dollar signs and the sample terms here, it just shows you how it would look basically. Now if we go to models, that shows our settings for export as far as models go, and we can change our preset, which we wouldn't do here anyways. We just leave all this for Unreal Engine. Then you can also change from FBX to OBJ if you'd like. I just stick with FBX as default. And then you can also define whether or not you want all the LEDs for each mesh. And there's a setting at the bottom for plants as well. If you go to textures, same thing, except you can also change the format here to JPEG or any of these other ones here. And then you can edit surfaces. By default, this is all to fit Unreal Engine automatically, so these are all basically default settings. I don't really mess with the texture settings too much unless I absolutely need to, or you need certain maps for different things. And then they have them for each category here, basically the same thing, and you can edit them. You can even expand the types of textures and edit these as well. Edit the settings under each of them. Alright, that covers export settings. So now if we go back, we can just do it here. Go to download settings, and we can edit our download settings here. Similar thing, and we're just telling, this is another way to kind of edit how it would download, as far as file type and what maps it would download goes. Also, a thing I forgot to mention for you guys real quickly is that you can change your library path that I mentioned earlier with all your scans and downloaded stuff in it by going up here to the top and then edit settings, and you can manage your library path here. Now keep in mind, I think this will move things. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't really remember entirely because I've only ever cut and pasted them across, but anyways, this is how you would define it here. You just select your library path, and then in my case, it's this game development library, and then Megascans library is what it would be called. And you'd select that folder, go into it and select it, and that's basically that. And then bottom is just some stuff you probably won't mess with unless you're a developer or you're with an enterprise. The other thing was if you go to edit again and manage plugins, you'll be able to see all your downloaded plugins here real quickly, and you can just kind of manage those quickly here, and mess with that, and you'll see the statuses here as well. So now I'll quickly show you what happens when we go and we click export in one of these assets. So I've gone ahead and downloaded, I have a bunch on this machine already, but I'm going to go ahead and export one. So I'll go ahead and export this, for example. I'll click on it first just to show you something here. So basically, if you open up an asset here, you can change the resolution pretty quickly down here as well. And you'd have to re-download if you don't already have those resolutions and whatnot. And if you do, it should automatically be on there. And then when you switch to them, you can export 4K or 2K, that sort of thing. I'm just going to go and export with 2K now. You can also click the little blue export thing here. If you don't want to open this side panel up, you can just hit this here. So I'm going to open up the Unreal Engine project. It should be here. So if we go to content, I got some stuff in here already, but if we go to content, Megascans, I'm going to filter by static mesh here and just look for my asset if I can even find it. Oh, there it is right there. We missed it. I'm going to click and drag that and have it in our scene there. And there we go. Move it in the middle. And that is a Nordic beach rock there. Now, by default, Megascan collisions aren't really set up properly, so you will have to set those up yourself. A simple and quick, easy way to do that is to just add some complex collision on it. If you're okay with doing that, you can go ahead and do that. If you have a different way of setting up your collision, or you have customized collision you made, you can set that up as well, and so on. You could even add some simple collision to it if you'd like. I just usually go with complex with most things because, you know, I have, most of these are pretty detailed, with rocks everywhere and whatnot, and that way you'll be able to go around everything, with like a player character or whatever, you know. So yeah, that's that. Now I'll quickly cover the new Metahumans. Now, this is something that's kind of, I mean, I literally just messed with for like probably a good hour the other day, or maybe like 30 minutes or less. I don't even really remember. It wasn't that long though. But there's an early access out now that you can request access to. So if you were to go, I'll link all this in the description as well. Click request access, right? You wouldn't get this. You would get a little form here that just basically asks for some basic information, you know, and if you're a company, put your company name, stuff like that, and your name, and you would have that submission sent to them, and then whatever email you put in, you'd get an email back. I got mine within the next day. I know the first day they were having, you know, obviously everybody was trying to do it at the same time. I know. And I got that email the other day, so they'll send you an email when you're basically in and stuff. Alright, so here we are in the Metahumans creator. Here, you'll see it's logged in as, and at the top it'll show your user, your Epic Games user. Now, here is my list of the Metahumans I messed with so far, based on prefabs and stuff. So when you go to create, it may take a minute. This is all dependent on mostly your internet, of course. But, you know. And then you can scroll through all the presets here. For starting point character, right? Just like it says up there. Then you click next. So I clicked one. Put this guy here. I'll click next. And then boom, there we go. We're already starting the preview there. Now, you can do a few things here. I'll go more in depth in this as this goes on. You know, this is all still in very early development. And you'll also notice that, I'll show you in a minute, some hairstyles and grooms and whatnot are still in, actually I think a lot are, and so obviously in heavy development and whatnot. And it'll warn you that it'll only show LODs 0 and 1, I think is what it says. I'll show you in a minute. So you can sculpt, stop the preview, you can, you know, move things around. I'm not that great at this, but, you know. You see these points on the face, and it kind of works like that, right? I haven't messed with the blend yet, but I know you can, it's in order to blend between different presets of characters. And then you can mess with the skin, the eyes, the teeth, and all this stuff here. And it's just super cool. And I'll go more in depth with this as time goes on. Change the body type, just anything. Just really, really cool stuff. And then, you know, you have your simple viewport settings here if you want to mess with some of this stuff. I haven't really touched any of this, but, you know, just simple viewport stuff. You can hide the hair, toggle play materials if you don't want to see the skin, and you're just kind of, I guess, experimenting with different things. Then there's a hotkey reference on the side. You can toggle that. And yeah, that's the basics of it. There's some other things you can do. I haven't really looked into yet. There's also some categories under each thing as well. You can kind of see here. Right, and then when you're done, you can also rename up here. So say I want to call this guy, like, I don't know, Jake or something like that. Do that. Go to My Metahumans. And then it automatically kind of all saves. So, you know, anything you edit, create, it'll show them all here. You can delete, you can duplicate, all down at the bottom here, or edit selected. So, this is the first one I created. He has an experimental groom on him. as well as these other two here. So you can see that here. I'm going to show you this warning here, just to let you know. So we got Ross here, we got Mr. Bob Ross. I can edit him, but I already have him, so I'm just going to see if he's exported yet. I clicked export in here. Oh, jeez. Got some stuff going on. Just enable missing. If you get these errors, you just do enable missing. Probably just some missing plugins there. Because it does use, I think it does use control rig, right? So if you don't have that enabled, it'll ask you and you just click the enable. That's another thing. I didn't get that yesterday, but I think that's because it failed. It did crash the first time, so maybe that's why. I don't know, but there he is there. Probably should have let this compile first, but I'm not going to do that for this video. We'll go more in depth with Metahumans as we go on. This video is probably getting kind of long at this point, but just to cut it a little more condensed here, we'll do that in another video. After you do enable these plugins, though, you will have to restart your editor there and let your shaders compile first, probably, and then so on. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that covers everything for now. That's just kind of some basics. I know it's kind of a mess, but I'm trying to get back into these things. I just want to start helping people again, and just doing more of these. Hopefully I can find the time, and I just want to start doing these again for you guys. So we'll see how that goes again. I know last time it didn't go so well, but we'll see. And this was kind of made at the request of one of my clients, actually, and he wanted to know how to use Bridge and just some of the basics. So there you go. Hopefully that helps a little bit, and I will see you all next time, and until then, later. Have a great one.